morning, everyone. I hope you had a great week. So today we are going to start standing. We're going to try to do a nice 30-minute flowy kind of stretch and limber for you today. So have your feet a little wider than hip width apart, and we're going to bring our arms out to the side, and we're going to bring a slight bend into our knees, and we're just going to laterally bend to either side. Not too much of a bend in your waist because we want to warm up. Good. Keep your tummy tucked in. As always, we always want to keep our core nice and tight. Let's do 4 more here. 1. Good. 2. Now if you feel like you can go a little bit further down, you can bring that arm over. Last one, both sides. There's 4 and 4. Now, let's widen our stance a little bit, bring your toes out at an angle, and we're going to bend those knees down. We're going to use our knees as a bit of a support. Now we're going to go to the side again, another lateral bend, but I want you to put your elbow down so we can hold this stretch a little bit. So again, tummies are in. Make sure your body isn't coming forward. We want to keep our body in the same plane without forward flexion. And you use your elbow on your thigh as a support. Good, and let's go this way. And back to the right. And left. Good. Right. You should start to feel that rib cage loosening up a little bit. Try to keep that bend in your knees. Good, let's do 2 more to each side. I can feel myself going a little bit lower, comfortably. Switch. Good, reach with that arm. Make sure you're reaching with it so you're elongating those muscles on your torso. Good, last time right. And last time left. Good, reach with those arms. Back to center and gently come up. We're going to stay in this position with our legs. And I want you to take a deep breath up and hold your hands together at the top, and we're going to flat back, down, hinging at the waist, and let's stop right here. So you're stopping at a parallel. Now keep your belly pulled in, support your back, and now we're going to round and collapse down. And just let gravity hold you down. You should feel a nice stretch on the back of your hamstrings and in your lower back. And now let's take our elbows and just kind of swing and tap our elbows on our shins to either side. Just a nice slow swing of the torso. This is going to limber up your lower spine and get a gentle stretch in your hamstrings at the same time. Good, let's hold it center, and we're going to round your back and roll up slowly. We're going to take another breath in. Good, clasp your hands together, flat back down. Hinge at the waist, hold it a parallel to the floor. Now lift that sits bones, pull the belly button in to support, and now round the back. And fold all the way down. Grab your elbows again, and let's rotate side to side. Tapping your elbow to your shin. Very good. Now what I'd like you to do is just gently grab your ankles, and I want you to gently pull your torso towards your center, pulling in as close as you can, as close as you comfortably can, and then drop your head down and look right behind you so your neck is in a neutral position. Good, let's hold it here. Good, now let's take our left hand and reach it across to the opposite ankle, and we're gonna gently pull in to get a stretch on that hamstring, and now we're gonna turn the torso, reach with your arm all the way up to the ceiling, fingers are wide and reaching, and turn your head up to the ceiling. So we've got two planes of motion here. We've got a flexion and we've got a rotation. If you feel this loosen and you want to pull in a little bit more, go ahead and do that. One more deep breath here. Good, bring that down. We're going to walk over to the other side. So now our right arm is grabbing the left ankle, pulling in gently, turning the torso, reaching with the arms, turning your head, and now gently pull in a little bit more. Very nice. This feels so good. One more deep breath in. Good, bring that arm down, and we're gonna grab the ankles and pull in again. Drop your head down, looking behind you in a neutral neck position. Our arms are wrapped around our lower leg. Good, one more deep breath in. We're gonna do this one more time to each side. So walk over to your right, pull in, turn your torso and reach up. You can pull in a little further if you feel that loosen up. Good, one more breath in and out. And let's walk the hands over to the other side. Grab that ankle, turn, reach, and look up. One more deep breath. And out. Bring that arm down. We're going to do a last stretch to the center. Grab your ankles, pull in. Drop your head into neutral position and hold. Pull in to get a deeper stretch as you need to. One more deep breath. And out. Good. Now let's place our palms right in the center. And we're going to drop over to the side. Good. I'm going to get into stretching the groin. So what you can do is prop your elbow against your knee. And you can help support yourself on that elbow so you're not getting too much gravity and push into your groin. You don't want to hurt yourself. So go as deep as you comfortably can. We're going to hold for a couple seconds, and then we're going to go to the other side and do a number of repetitions. So let's come up and over to the other side. Support on that elbow so you're safely stretching that groin area. And back over Walk your hands, descend gently, supporting on the elbow. Couple breaths. And other side. I can feel myself going a little bit lower now. If you can, that's great. You should as we continue through these repetitions. Other side. Walk over gently. Remember, keep your belly in. Good. Breathe a couple times. Same thing on this side. I'm feeling myself going comfortably a little bit lower. Let's go back over. Support on that elbow. I know this is a hard one for some of you. That's okay. Just go as deep as you can. Even if you're upright, a modification for this would be this position and then going into this position. And that's perfectly fine as long as you're getting that groin stretch. So let's go back to this side. This is our last repetition with this exercise on each side. So you should be fairly low now, or lower than you were when we started this one. One more breath, and out, and over to the other side. Very good. Okay, one more breath, and out. So we're gonna come up from this, but we're gonna turn over towards your right, my left, and let's shift our legs so that our toes are pointing forward. And our legs are in a wide V position. Now, if you can get your palms flat on the ground. If you can't, you can come up onto the fingertips. And if that's too much, you can bend the front knee a little bit and you can come up into this position, okay? So let's go as deep as you can. Try to keep those legs straight. So we're gonna get a stretch on the shin. And notice my back heel is off the ground, so I'm pressing through with that heel to get my calf. Definitely getting a stretch in my hamstring. And let's bring the head down towards your shin. And we're gonna let this stretch for a minute before we go into some repetitions. Let's lift that front toe up. Push out with the heel. So now I've got my back heel pressing down and my front heel pushing out. Okay? Make sure you're feeling that. Drop that head down again. One more breath in. And out, and now we're gonna go into some runner stretch repetitions. So we're gonna bring that front knee into a bent 90-degree position. Back leg comes down, and we're gonna go back up, forehead to shin, and down. And up, forehead to shin, and down. We're just gonna hold a brief second at each position. And up, forehead to shin, and down. Feeling that stretch now in the hip flexor. We're working around to all the lower leg muscles. Back up. And down. Let's do two more here, then we're going to switch to the other side. And up. And down. Last one, up. Let's pull that toe back for this last repetition. Good, lower that torso as much as you can and drop your head. Let's maximize that hamstring stretch. Good, last time down. We're gonna hold this for an additional couple of seconds. One more breath, and bring that up. We're gonna walk our hands over, shifting our toes, facing the opposite direction. Remember, our toes are facing forward. Back heel heel is lifted off the ground. It's hovering but pressing down. We want to get that active stretch back there. In a wide V with our legs, and you're going to be on your palms, you're going to be on your fingertips, or you're going to be up a little further. So let's bring that forehead down. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings start and the top of the foot. Good, one more breath. And let's bring that front toe up, so we're pushing out through that heel. And feel that all along the back of your Achilles. And it's going to intensify your hamstring too. So pull that foot back nice and hard, and let's bring that forehead back to the shin. Good, let's do another breath here, and then we're going to go into our lunges. Good, so drop that foot, bend that knee down to a 90. So we're going to be in this position with our knee safely over our heel, and then we're going to come back up, forehead to shin, and down. Good, and up, and down. Just a second in each position. Up and down. Again, up and down. Couple more here. Down. And last one up. Now let's pull that toe back. Good. Push out with that heel, drop the forehead back down. Let's get a good stretch here before we move on. Good, back down, bent knee. Press with that back heel. Get a good stretch in that hip flexor. We'll hold it here for a second. Everybody doing well? Good. All right, let's drop that back knee down, and we're going to pull that front leg behind. Let's get into tabletop. Very nice. So we're going to take your right leg and extend it out. Point that toe. And then let's drag or trace an arc with that toe so that you can look over your left shoulder and see that foot. And now you're going to bend your torso. So you're kind of picturing turning your torso into a slight U position. And you're going to feel this along the waistline of your right side and along the hip. Good, we're going to release that and then pull that knee into your chest and round your back. We're pulling the shoulder blades out to the side, pressing through the palms of your hand. Good, now release back out. Point that toe behind you and then slide it across. Now look at that foot, turn your torso into a slight U. Feel that nice stretch all the way up the rib cage, down your waistline and into that right hip. And release that, pull it into your chest, rounding the back, pulling the shoulder blades out. We're going to do this one more time on this side. Deep breath in. And tap that toe to the back. Bring it around. Good, over your left side. Turn and look at that foot. Turn that torso so you're pushing to push your torso towards that foot. Good, release that, pull it into the chest, round the back. And drop back into tabletop. Good. So let's do this with the other leg. So we're gonna take our left leg, tap to the back, swing it over to the right, turn your head towards that foot, and then turn your torso. So you kind of have to push through that hand to turn your torso until you feel that stretch all along here. Good. Release that, pull it into your chest, rounding the back. This feels so good. Pull those shoulder blades out, stretch your spine. Good. Release, tap that foot to the back, swing it around to the right. I have a chair in my way, but that's okay. Turn your head towards that foot and then turn the torso, push through. Bend that torso. Good, release. Pull that into the chest, round up. We have one more on this side. Deep breath in, tap that foot to the back, swing out to the right. Good, turn your head and press your torso into a U position to get that nice stretch from the hips all the way up to your ribs. Release that. Last time, pull it into your chest, round the back up, push through the palms of your hands, round that spine. Good, back into tabletop position. Let's get our knees wide and our feet together and go down into child's pose. Couple deep breaths here. Good, now let's bring your hips up and we're gonna stop right here and round your back and back into child's pose. So reach with your fingers, feel that stretch under your arms, the top of your ribs. Good, bring those hips forward again, round your back. So you're pulling your belly in and we're tipping the pelvis. You're pulling your pelvis towards your face, spreading those shoulder blades apart, and then back into child's pose. Last time. Deep breath in, and bring those hips up. Pull that pelvis towards your face. Round the back, pull the shoulder blades apart, pressing through your palms. Good. Relax. So let's take from here, let's take our right leg and we're going to pull it through, resting our knee down. Back leg is flat, just relax into this position. Once you feel settled here, we're going to switch our hands and grab that foot from the back. Good. Careful with your lower back with this one. If this hurts your lower back, just go back onto the hips and don't pull that leg in quite so much. This will help flatten the spine, but you can still get a good stretch in the leg. If you're okay here, we'll just hold it here so we get a good stretch on that quad. Good, let's release that to the back. Palms back down. We're gonna pull that leg back And pull the other one in. Come to rest right on the back of that leg. Back leg goes flat. Couple breaths here to settle in. Get a stretch in that hip. Good. When you're ready, let's switch that hand to the front and reach for that foot in the back. Grab a hold of it. And we'll just hold it here. Couple more breaths. Good. Gently release that leg to the back. Very nice. Okay. Let's come around and face the front. Have to do a little work in our upper body. 30 minutes goes fast. Okay. So let's put our right hand down. We've done this one before. I really like this stretch for people who work at a desk all week. We're gonna bring this arm over the top. Good. Now let's place that hand behind your head and we're gonna pull that elbow back and we're gonna open up the pec muscles. Open up your chest that gets so tight midweek with your arms in front of you. Your head down. Good, now take that elbow, bring it down, tap the knee, or get as close to your knee as you can. Keep your head down, chin tucked. Couple breaths here. Good, swing that elbow back up. Again, we're coming to a neutral lateral position and then we're gonna push that elbow behind you to open that chest. Now take your head and look up. Good, feel those pecs opening. And now we're gonna stretch in the back, elbow down. Tap outside your knee, keep your head tucked. You should feel that stretch all the way down top of your spine and out into that shoulder blade. Couple more deep breaths here. And out. Good. Bring that elbow up. And let's go to the other side. Support here, lift over. Good. Again, don't bend at the waist like so. Want to stay in this plane here. Let's take the hand behind your head. And now we're going to take that elbow, push it behind you slightly, lift your chin. Feel the opening of those pecs. Deep breath in, and bring that elbow down. Opposite movement, stretching behind. Keep your head tucked. And lift. Neutral, and then back, chin up. Couple nice deep breaths here. Good, back down, elbow to knee, tuck your chin. Very good. So let's take our hands. We're going to clasp your fingers in front of you. And what we're gonna do is push. You're gonna push towards me with your hands. And as you do that, you're rounding your back, pulling the shoulder blades out again. I like that visual because what it does is as the shoulder blades move out, all the muscles that attach towards your spine are stretching with that. So push your hands towards me, round those shoulders, and now we're going to tuck the head and even round your shoulders and round your spine a little bit more. So we're putting your spine into a C position. So keep pushing those hands towards me, make this active. And release to behind you. We're clasping the hands again, pushing those hands away from your body. Good. So now our shoulders are pushing in the opposite direction. We're back to stretching your pecs. Lift that chin and hold. Keep your arms up. Don't let them drop to the floor behind you. Try to keep them lifted. Good. Release. Back to the front. Clasp your hands. Push towards me with your hands. Round those shoulders. Tuck the chin. Round your spine into a C. Oh, this feels good. And release to the back. Clasp your hands. Push your hands away from your body. Pull those shoulders back. Sticking your chest out. Stretching those pecs. Now lift with the chin. Keep the arms lifted in the back. Good. Release from that. Very nice. Let's do some shoulder rolls to the back. Good. And to the front. Very good. Let's take our last breath up for the morning. Lift and breathe. And out. All right, I hope you guys are ready for the weekend. I will see you next week, same time.